เอรานแคทส์ได้เขียนหนังสือเกี่ยวกับการเสริมสร้างศักยภาพความคิดและความจำหลายเล่มไม่ว่าจะเป็น Secret of a Super Memory ที่เกี่ยวกับเทคนิคการจำให้แม่นยำและยาวนาน Jerome Becomes a Genius ที่เจาะลึกเทคนิคการคิดการจำของชาวยิวและ Five Gifts for the Mind ที่เกี่ยวกับการดึงศักยภาพสมองด้วยภูมิปัญญาเอเชีย 5 ประเทศผลงานเขียนของ Eran Katz ติดอันดับหนังสือขายดีและได้ตีพิมพ์หลายภาษา
Now, Einstein says imagination is more important than knowledge. Do you agree?
I agree because imagination is actually what helps create knowledge. If in my book Jerome Becomes a Genius, I talk about Jews winning the Nobel Prize. Now, Jews didn't have much of a good reality. They had a terrible reality throughout history. What they did have is a good imagination. They had to imagine a different reality to survive, to begin with, and then to make their lives better. How do you win a Nobel Prize? When you think, you ask questions, you inquire. In the Jewish world, for example, Einstein was Jewish. In the Jewish world, the way they study at schools, in religious school, is always asking questions. They don't take anything for granted. They ask, why this and why not this? They argue with the teacher. So many Israeli companies are famous because of people sitting and thinking, how will we make this world better? Ways for the traffic, the application, Viber, the discount key, they're all Israeli inventions. It's people sitting and thinking, how can we make this thing better? Okay? That's for that you need imagination.
In your book, Jerome Becomes a Genius. How did Jerome become a genius?
Jerome Becomes a Genius is about Jewish techniques to succeed and to remember better. And he used various techniques that you can find in the Jewish world to remember and to be successful. One of the nice techniques, because Jews had a bad history and they were persecuted, they learned how to move on from failure to failure, from a problem to another problem without losing your enthusiasm. If you remain enthusiastic, although you fail, you constantly fail, eventually you will succeed. And people many times in our lives, especially young people, they give up too quickly.
We are talking a lot about memorizing, the techniques to good memory. But is there also a technique to forgetting, to losing whatever memories that we don't want?
After writing 2 books about memory and intelligence, I discovered that the most popular question in my seminars is, how do we forget? How do we forget? And then I started thinking, why do people want to forget?
Bad memories.
Bad memories. What's the problem with bad memories?
Hurt our feelings, haunt us maybe?
Exactly. They hurt us, they prevent us from moving on. If you failed several times in a driving test, you were afraid to take the 5th, 6th driving test, right?
Right.
And if you had a bad relationship, several bad relationships, you will probably be afraid to begin a new relationship. So sometimes for the sake of our well-being, our mental health, it's better to erase the memories. In my new book, 5 Gifts for the Mind, that's the first gift. There are other gifts, but it's the gift of forgetting. How do you forget? Many ways, but basically it's a process. Because you want to forget a bad memory, and bad memories, the problem with them is they have a lot of emotion involved. So you have to get rid of the emotion, diminish it, make it go away, the emotion. Become indifferent towards that specific memory. And the way to do that, to begin with, is forgiveness. By the way, the word forgive and forget, similar, not by coincidence, because to forget, you need to forgive. Oskar Schindler, during the Jewish Holocaust in Germany, said that revenge is human, but forgiveness is divine. If you forgive somebody, you take control of the situation. You don't let the situation influence you and poison you.
ฟัง จากคุณเอรันแคสแล้วก็แปลว่าเราทุกคนสามารถมีความจำที่ดีได้ แต่ต้องเริ่มจากทัศนคติที่ดีก่อนนะคะนั่นก็คือว่าเราทุกคนมีความจำที่อย่างน้อยที่สุดใช้ได้ถึงแม้ว่าจะไม่ดีเลิศก็ตามแล้วถ้าเกิดว่าเราฝึกฝนอย่างสม่ำเสมอก็สามารถมีทักษะตรงนี้ที่ดีขึ้นได้ในที่สุดแล้วการจำก็จะไม่ใช่เรื่องยากหรือว่าเรื่องที่ไม่สามารถฝึกฝนได้อีกต่อไปค่ะพบกันใหม่สัปดาห์หน้าวันนี้สวัสดีค่ะ